Hi, my name is Kathy McCandless. I'm an 8th grade English teacher at Wentzville Middle School, and this semester I had the opportunity of being the cooperating teacher of Jessica's swim, and together we had so much fun. I want to tell you a little bit about how we did some co-teaching together, how we both benefited, and how the students benefited most of all. So in planning, Jessica and I would get together and make sure that we sat down and did all of our planning side by side. We put all of our day-by-day activities and lesson ideas, everything on a Google Drive document so we both had access, and we could change it or look at it or add things to it wherever we were, on our phone, at home, at school. We both had a computer there. We made sure that when we were doing our planning, we bounced ideas off each other, making sure that we gave our strengths, that what we were good at in the activity or the lesson, that's who got to do that portion. And then as we got to the day we were going to do that lesson, and that whole hour was planned, it might change just depending on what was going on that day, what we needed to do, and what our moods and personalities were that day. So we really discussed ahead of time before the day started, and that's how our planning went. We really worked together to make sure that the kids were taken care of. In co-teaching, during the actual hour we were going to teach together, we definitely discussed ahead of time who was going to do what, because we did not want to do that in front of the kids, and we didn't want to act or appear like we didn't know what we were going to do. So we really did talk it through before we started the day. I also talked with her about if this was a lesson or a day that she wanted to gain more and more of the lesson and do more and more as the day wore on, or if we were going to co-teach the entire day together. We definitely, at the very beginning, talked about how it didn't really matter if we stepped on each other's toes while we were talking. Sometimes, when you get a good idea and you want to get it out, sometimes you accidentally step on somebody's toes as they're teaching, and it just really wasn't a big deal. And we didn't really worry about that because really we had our kids in mind. They were our first priority, so that really wasn't a big deal in the classroom. So the benefits to me and my teacher candidate were that I got somebody to plan with, and that is so super exciting to have somebody that's right there that has fresh ideas, that has ideas coming straight out of teacher training. She got to benefit from avoiding things that weren't going to work in the classroom, tried and true methods that I know work. So we both kind of merged those together to create some really awesome lessons for the kids. We could both focus on classroom management, and that I think is probably the biggest thing of all, is when you have two sets of eyes in the classroom and you have two teachers where they can ask questions. I think that is a benefit to the students. And overall, your lessons probably are going to be better when you're teaching together. Those are the benefits to teachers and students. When you keep kids first, they're your first priority, everything's going to work out. So I think the key to success in co-teaching is to discuss ahead of time about what it's going to sound like in your classroom, what it's going to look like in your classroom, what are the expectations of each teacher. Discuss who's going to do what, and be okay with if it doesn't go that way or if changes need to be made. And then last of all, make sure that you are always keeping your kids as your first priority, and if you do what's right by kids, it's going to just work out fine. So good luck with student teaching. You guys are going to be great, and have a great semester.